Alright everybody, we are back with another trailer breakdown. My name's Big Cam. For any of those that don't know, this is your first time clicking on this video, thank you guys so much. Please subscribe, like, I'll do all those things. Big old Marvel nerd, I got Legos, all types of stuff. I got Daredevil up over my shoulder here, I got Wilson Fisk on my shirt from Echo. If you guys don't know, who's the monster? I love Vincent D'Onofrio. I love Charlie Cox as Wilson Fisk in Daredevil. I love Jon Bernthal as the Punisher. I really dug the first 3 seasons of Daredevil on Netflix. I loved the 2 seasons of Punisher on Netflix. I loved Luke Cage. I haven't seen Jessica Jones or The Defenders, but I saw Iron Fist, right? So I gotta finish those to finish the Defenders verse. But I was also thinking about maybe doing like a recap video or maybe episode for episode breakdown of Daredevil, the first 3 seasons. So comment below if that was something that you would like to see on the channel. But today we are breaking down the brand new trailer that just dropped at 10 a.m. Eastern time here over in Boston, Massachusetts. So let's jump right on into this trailer. It's a good one and there's a lot going on, so we're going to try and break down all the Easter eggs and all the little details that I noticed. But let's jump right on into it, shall we?
Thank you for finding the time. I will admit, it's not entirely unpleasant seeing you again.
Huh. So Wilson Fisk there seems to be having a fight of some sorts with a man swinging an axe at him, and that man has long hair, so not necessarily Matt Murdock. But what he also says that, I will admit, it's not entirely unpleasant to see you again. And then he has this subtle little playing with his hand and he puts it down on the table. I'm gonna like Vincent D'Onofrio at this point, right? He has played Wilson Fisk enough times that he knows this character. Charlie Cox knows this character, right? Like it's almost like slipping into a shoe that you've worn and it's been worn for so long that it doesn't even need to be tied anymore. You just slip right into it. This is going to be a special show. Let's go to the next portion of this clip.
A lot of time has passed. By the look of it, you've come up in the world. I could say the same about you. The mayor serves his city. I can see you're not entirely convinced. Can you blame me?
Ooh. So we see Karen Page, Foggy Nelson, and Matt Murdock back, and they've come up in the world. So what does that mean? He's making some money. We do know that he was in She-Hulk, and he looked like he had a new suit, and looked like he was making some money. He takes cases for the money sometimes. He's not just about protecting and serving the innocent as a lawyer. He does have to take some cases to make some money sometimes. But Wilson Fisk says he came up in the world, but Matt Murdock says, it looks like you have as well. And a mayor serves his city. So Wilson Fisk is indeed mayor of New York in this series, which is very interesting because that was what the post-credit scene of Echo teased, was that he might be running for mayor. And I thought we were going to see him running for mayor, not necessarily in mayoral office for the Hell's Kitchen, New York, you know, like that's crazy. And he goes, you're not entirely convinced. We see some spray paint on a wall of the Muse, who's going to be one of the big villains in this series. And he goes, can you blame me? And it seems like his anger and violence streak for Wilson Fisk is still ongoing. But on to the next portion of the clip.
I can't shake the feeling that you're gaming the system. Why did you stop being a vigilante? The line was crossed.
Interesting. Very interesting line right there. He dodges the question. He goes, I can't shake the feeling that you're gaming the system. Meaning he's, taking advantage of the system, which we all damn well know. Kingpin always takes advantage of this system. And he dodges the question and goes, hey, you're not Daredevil anymore. Why did you stop being a vigilante? And he says a line was crossed. Huh. What line was crossed? And we see a Daredevil mask falling towards the street from above with one of the horns cut off the helmet. So what line was crossed? Did Matt have to kill somebody? We know or we were suspecting that Matt didn't get snapped during the blip, and he was around in New York during those 5 years of Thanos' snap. So maybe during that 5 years, he got a little darker and a line was crossed and he killed somebody or something, I don't know. Something that made him stop being Daredevil, and now he's going to have to come back. But when we saw him in She-Hulk, he was still Daredevil. He had a new suit, so I'm not sure what happened here, but maybe they'll fill in the gaps for us and maybe show us what the blip was like from Matt's perspective. On to the next portion of the clip.
It's hard to come to terms with a violent nature. Hating the power it has over us.
Interesting stuff here. We see our first look at the White Tiger, not in mask, and it looks like he accidentally or maybe purposefully throws a guy in front of a train and blood splatters on him. Nasty. And then it looks like those same guys are beating up Matt in his house or in an apartment of some sorts, and he's bleeding on the ground. Show's coming March 4th though, so we're only a couple months out from Daredevil Born Again. On to the next portion of the clip.
The city can't go unchecked.
The city can't go unchecked, and we see Bullseye returning from the Netflix Daredevil series, and he looks like he's in a jail cell but being brought out or transferred or something. And then we see some guys breaking into a bank to rob the place and pointing a shotgun right directly point blank at Matt's face. Damn. Holy shit. I guess on to the next portion of the clip. The devil's work is never done as he's walking through a foggy city, and then it looks like an abandoned courthouse, maybe the same courthouse from those Daredevil season 1, season 2, season 3 on Netflix. It looks like it.
Sometimes peace needs to be broken. And chaos must reign.
So Wilson Fisk says, sometimes peace needs to be broken and chaos must reign. And we see a shot of Muse, we see a shot of Matt dancing with somebody all in white, some beautiful woman. We see somebody pointing a silenced pistol. We see Matt kissing that same woman he was dancing with in a shower. We do know that Matt Murdock was a ladies' man. We also got to see Bullseye throwing a smoke bomb into a pub of some sorts. And then we see at the very end of that clip, Wilson Fisk and Vanessa toasting champagne in front of the Rabbit in the Snowstorm, the painting from the Netflix Daredevil series, but now covered in blood from, I believe, the final episode of season 3 of that series. On to the next portion of this clip, and it's a good one.
Mind putting the hatchet down?
Woo! John Bernthal back as the Punisher. He's got big long beard, he's got big hair, and he looks like he's ready to kill some people. They're in a locker room, he's got a hatchet, and he looks like he puts that hatchet down right into that locker right next to Matt's head. So maybe they're going to be working together in this series? I don't know, but I love the two of them together. It's always good, it's always fun. On to the next portion of the clip.
I was raised to believe in grace. But I was also raised to believe in retribution.
Ooh, very interesting. So we see that same bank that's getting robbed, I believe, blow up. And then it looks like Matt is in a courtroom, Karen Page. We see a young Michael Gandolfini, James Gandolfini's son. I believe he's playing a younger version of Wilson Fisk. So maybe we're going to get some flashbacks in that sense. Or maybe he's Wilson Fisk's son or something. I don't know. But we also see some bodies hanging. We see Matt beating up those people that were robbing that bank. We see our first look of the White Tiger in costume and in his suit. We also see a guy in a red mask, probably the same guy from that bank, smashing a bottle on some guy's face and then jumping and breaking that same guy's leg. And then we see some more crazy art on the walls of the city. It looks like eyeless, faceless demon screaming with a crown on its head. And he says he believes in retribution, and we see a shot of his helmets, and we see the old school red one, we see a black one, we see the yellow one, which is much like the one we saw in She-Hulk, a much more red comic book accurate one, and then we see a silver one, and just a great shot of this is a different Daredevil. He's got suits, he's right, and I hope we see him wear all of these suits, right? Like, just cool that he's got different outfits, man. He's a superhero, and he's been superheroing, and he's got money, he's been doing his thing, so he's come up in the world. So he's not broke, he's not struggling. This is a full-fledged Daredevil we're getting here, and I am so excited to see this. But let's play the last portion of the clip. Daredevil Born Again, coming March 4th. Very exciting stuff here. The last portion of this clip, we see Daredevil fighting Muse with his, baton weapon. We also see him in the apartment fighting what looks like the White Wolf, and we see like a wolf growl, like a lion growl as or the White Tiger. Did I say the White Wolf? I believe that's Bucky. We see him fighting the White Tiger, I believe is his name, and we hear like a tiger growl in the middle of this fight. Just good editing. But yeah, we see him fighting and then screaming, like he normally does. Just, that primal Daredevil scream. The only thing better than Daredevil's primal scream is Jon Bernthal's primal scream. Like when he's in that hallway scene, just, like Jon Bernthal has a primal scream of just anger and just like pent up just aggression. But that's the trailer for Daredevil Born Again. Like, I am so ready for this series. It's gonna be nuts. Since this came out today, this video will be dropping as soon as I possibly get this edited and uploaded. So tomorrow, the full breakdown for Star Wars Skeleton Crew will be out on the channel at 9 a.m. And then Friday, there will be a movie review and then some fun stuff happening over the weekend, some Lego content and some maybe unboxing content. So stay tuned for that. But thank you guys so much for coming on by. My name is Big Cam, and if you had a blast watching this and if you think Daredevil Born Again is going to be so much fun, comment below your thoughts. If you would like to see a Daredevil Netflix 3-season recap and maybe season recaps or maybe episode by episode breakdowns, comment those things down below. Let me know what you would like to see and what kind of stuff you want to go forward on this channel going into 2025. Daredevil in March, we're right around the corner. We're a couple weeks out from your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, so we got some Marvel content on the way. Stay tuned for that, y'all. We also have Captain America Brave New World coming up Valentine's Day in February, so a lot of stuff coming for Q1 of 2025 for Marvel, and I can't be more excited. Thank you guys so much for coming on by. If you want to follow my other social medias, links down in the description below. And if you would like to support the channel, the best way to do that is by liking this video, subscribing if you're new, clicking that bell so you don't miss future videos and you get the notifications. Make sure you comment below, share this video with a friend. Thank you guys so much. My name is Big Cam, and I will see you beautiful people in the next video. Peace!